Are you a Mac user and running into some issues with using Windows apps? I've got the solution for you. Let's talk about it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX, right here on Ham Shack TV. Thanks for joining me today. So, there's a little bit of a disconnect for some folks when it comes to Mac versus PC. And today I have the solution for that, because you know what? There's a lot of ham radio applications that don't work on Mac. They're just simply Windows applications. So we're going to talk about a way to fix this. Now, I've been working on this for a little while, and I've already built a lot in here, but I'm going to help you out with this. So I am running a program called Parallels, and Parallels is a great program. You just go into your favorite search engine, Google in my case, and go to search for Parallels Desktop. Now, what this does is, as you can see, I am running on a Mac, right? So here's the beautiful thing. Open up your browser and go to Parallels Desktop. Now, this does cost $74.99 a year, but you can run a Windows virtual machine right there on your computer. Guys, I also don't want to forget, this video is sponsored by World Radio League, worldradioleague.com. Great logging app, and that's what we're going to demonstrate. Now, I do want to be clear. World Radio League does run on a Mac, but for demonstration purposes, we're talking about it here on Parallels. So $74.99 a year, you buy it now, and then the only other thing you have to do is put your Windows license on Parallels. This makes a virtual machine right here on your Mac. So here it is. I'll take you straight into it. Opening this up, this is the application, this is what Parallels looks like when you're using it. Looks just like you're on a Windows machine, right? Because you are, even though you're using a Mac. So I'm running JTDX into this machine. My ICOM 7300 is what is connected here. Let me get rid of some of this other junk here. Here's the beautiful thing. Now World Radio League has cat control integration, and that's what this looks like right here. So I'm in the settings pane of World Radio League cat control, but if we go back to the home, you can see my radios talking to it. Now, some of this stuff is still in beta. You're not seeing anything up here or anything like that, but you know what you are seeing is the signal meter. My radio is transmitting right now. That's why it's reading what it's reading. And then you go into your settings. This is where you set up your radio, what COM port you're in, and then your baud rate. All those options are very, very important. So you want to make sure you have those correct. You can do a UDP. Now, granted, it does say WSJTX, but I'm using JTX. Doesn't matter. You use 2237 as your UDP port, or match it up to whatever you're supposed to. And then select your logbook that you want to use in World Radio League. So in my case, I'm using JTDX. And over here, this is just running, okay? But you can see, let me switch over to Chrome here. Here's my World Radio League account. And I don't know why this is white, because I don't like it being white. Let me see if I can change this. There's a way to change it. Here we go. Back to dark mode. Perfect. I like dark mode better. It's easier on the eyes, right? You go into the log, and you can see we've created plenty. This is when I was using WSJTX earlier. Easy stuff. And the great thing about World Radio League is they do offer some awards. They're starting to build all this out. I have a founding member award, and I did have a Winter Field Day award. Oh, no, I've got several awards that have popped up. Wow, I didn't even know this. I haven't been in here in a while, folks, so bear with me. Here's a winter field day participant. I've got 10 DX, 1 DX. I've got 10 states, 25 states, 50 DX, 10 states, and another 1 DX contact. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, that's confirmed. This one's non-confirmed. The 10 states are confirmed. This is phenomenal. So let's be real. I have a whole lot more awards than this on QRZ, which I still run QRZ. I make no bones about that. But I truly believe that World Radio League is the future of logging. I really do. So we'll take a look at the go back to the logging. This is a POTA activation I did the other day, which y'all saw the video for. I can click on this map and I can see exactly where all of my contacts are very easily. No uploading an ADIF to do all that. It's right there ready for you. It's just a great thing. You've got analytics available. There's a community chat. There's contesting. This is a great logging system for contesting. So you can do, like the worldwide sideband activity contest. You got all the QSO parties. Shame on this. Shame on you, Georgia people. When the Tennessee QSO party comes up in September, I expect to see a big power T with orange. You're listening, Andy. But it is a great logging app. You got my most recent contacts there, featured members. You've got, scroll up here, today's leaderboard. Top state is Tennessee with 79 QSOs. United States is top country. Longest DX was the UK, Australia to the United States. Just crazy good stuff here. But again, the point of this video is to talk about the integration of different applications that you can use with Parallels. One thing that I use a lot of, and I also log in Ham Radio Deluxe, okay? Ham Radio Deluxe is fantastic software. I'm excited to see more integrations by World Radio League that maybe I don't need to use Ham Radio Deluxe, but I still use Ham Radio Deluxe to feed to QRZ as well as Logbook of the World. But you've got all this. This is my logbook for Ham Radio Deluxe. It's fantastic, but you also can control the radio itself with the Ham Radio Deluxe software, and they also have Digital Master 780. I'll let that load up and let you see what this looks like. Digital Master 780 is fantastic. I know a lot of you use FL Digi. I hate FL Digi, if I'm being completely honest with you. It don't work. It just does not work well. But you can do CW by computer. You can do PSK. You can do RIDI, Domino, Hellschreiber, MFSK, Olivia, RIDI. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of things that you can do with Ham Radio Prep. Of course, that application does cost you as well. But again, keep in mind, like I said, I am using this Windows machine on my Mac. It's a real easy thing. It's not cheap. It's not free, but it's certainly doable. So anyway, let me switch back here one more time. Still waiting on that to log in. Sometimes it might take a little bit to sink in. Should be coming any second. Well, anyway, I may have to. It may have a trouble. It seems like it may be having trouble talking back and forth with the other application since I'm taking it in two different places. But nonetheless, this is how you can run a Windows machine on your Mac, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of hard drive space either. Keep in mind it is a virtual machine. So anyway, guys, appreciate you watching today. Hope everybody is doing well and thriving and enjoying some of the spring weather. It's a little cooler here today. It's in the 50s, but spring is around the corner, and we are excited about that. Next stop on the Ham Shack TV Ham Fest tour, fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League, is the RARS Fest in Raleigh, North Carolina, coming up not this week, but April 5th at the I believe it's the Raleigh Fairgrounds. Looking forward to that one. We'll be there and cover it in full for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. 73s, AA4WX, WSCB 693.